Hello, Ma. How are you doing today, Ma?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing super well. So, can you briefly introduce yourself to us?
Okay, my name is Sinat Bello. I work at the admin department of GS1 Nigeria. Good to be here.
All right, it's super nice to have you here, Ma. So, we'll just go ahead. So, I'll be asking you questions on GS1 barcodes. Yeah. So, but before I start with my questions, I would like to know, can you briefly explain what GS1 Nigeria is all about?
Okay, GS1 Nigeria is a non-profit organization, so we deals with standards used within the supply chain industry. So GS1 is also a member organization with global company GS1 Global.
Okay, and so that means, but barcode is one of your services.
Yes, so barcode is one of our most commonly used services. We have other services. So,
Okay. All right. So talking about barcode, why is it really necessary to have barcode as a business owner, right? I'm asking this because I've seen people without barcodes that still make sales on a regular basis. So why should I
okay,
have a GS1
so
barcode?
like I mentioned, barcode is one of our services. GS1 deals with various standards used within the supply chain industry. So back to your question about barcode, while it is important, barcode uniquely identify your products and it also give authentications to the company that owns that product. So barcode is important because it also facilitates international trade. So when you have a product produced locally, you can as well, export that product to other countries with the aid of barcodes on it. Thank you.
Okay, so what I got from what you're saying is that when I have this GS1 barcode on my products, I can sell my products anywhere, even if it's not in this country,
Yes, correct.
and then I can sell in any stores.
Yes. So you are familiar with retail stores where you scan a product at the point of sales. So what is being scanned is actually the barcodes of that product. So it gives a unique identity to your product.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, that being said, can you tell us some of the benefits of GS1 barcode in particular?
Okay, so one of the benefits of GS1 barcode is that it gives your brand visibility and it also protects your brand. That's one. Then, secondly, it also um, promotes supply chain efficiency. So it eliminates issues around cross-border movement of goods from either one country to another with the use of barcode. And another benefit that you can think of is it also aids inventory management. So you can be able to also track your products uh, in the store. You can also track the movement of your products within the supply chain. And the other benefit is you can as well use barcodes to give your products a unique identity, differentiate it from your other competitors. Thank you.
Okay, giving it a unique identity, I don't know, can you expatiate on that?
Okay, so barcode is unique to every product and to every company. So what that means is nobody can replicate your products. So that barcode identify a particular product. It also identify your company which owns that product. And barcode can also aid your asset tagging. You can also use our barcode for asset identifier is one of our services and it is being embedded in a barcode. So and we also have barcodes on for logistic units that can be moving products from one country to another even within the country. So barcodes benefit cannot be overemphasized. So it depends on the category at which you want to make use of your barcode numbers. So
All
that's
right,
it.
all right. So there was this video I saw. One of your members was saying that um, one of the things that GS1 Barcode had done for him is not being able to capture the informations of his product. So when people scan their product, his product, yeah, they see the informations. That's like the manufacturing informations, the uses, the features. I mean, there are a lot of informations they see there, and I find that really fascinating because, like, imagine just going to a place and then you don't have to like just a scan, one scan, then you know everything about that product. I feel that's actually something really fascinating.
Okay, so let me chip in one advice as regard that. Normally, when you scan a product, it should return the number of that product, as in the barcode number on the product. So if you want to verify or check the product information, then that is a second layer authorization or verification. So GS1 has a global repository where you can put in or scan your product in that link, then you get the product information of a particular product. So that's how it works actually.
Oh wow, that's actually very nice. And also, so I learned that I know you have your healthcare sector, and I'm
Mm.
wondering how does a barcode and healthcare how does it correlate?
Okay, so our barcode can be used across all industry or sectors as the case may be. So it can be used in the healthcare industry, manufacturing and retail, and even at the logistic units. But like I said, the foundation of our standard is barcodes. So on also for healthcare products, you have to have a unique identifier on your product. So that barcodes can also aid for healthcare products and other products for traceability. If there is any issue within the healthcare industry, you can be able to recall that particular product and batches of products within the supply chain. So the barcode standard is a very unique identifier. So and it can be used across all industries. So that is it.
Okay, so you talked about traceability. So you mean traceability in traceability you mean your barcode can enable me, let's say I'm a manufacturer, trace my products from. Okay, is it supposed to be the manufacturer tracing the products from, or is the consumer tracing the product from the manufacturer up to
No,
you?
so this is how the process work. When it helps the manufacturers actually, it helps manufacturers to trace where the product is within the supply chain. So and it also helps the consumers to know the chain of how the product has passed through, where it was manufactured, at the point of manufacture. So where does it get to before it gets to the final consumer? So traceability enable you to check the history of that product with the aid of barcode.
So that means is it when you scan that you see this traceability process?
Okay, so traceability is another phase.
Oh,
Yes, so it's an advanced level of implementing your barcodes. Implementing your barcode for that purpose. Yes, so I wouldn't want us to
oh, okay.
dive
All
to
right.
it.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. So this is actually all of my questions for you, and thank you so much for answering my questions. And
Thank
so
you.
I think I have better idea of what GS1 barcode is about, and I must say GS1 barcode is actually something that every manufacturer should actually get. You should get a GS1 barcode. I mean, listening to what
Yes.
she has said, you should know that GS1 barcode is actually a very vital standard to have, or a very vital thing to have as a manufacturer. Yeah. So if you want to sell your products out of Nigeria, if you don't want your product to just be sold in a particular region, in a particular country, if you want it to be sold and accepted anywhere in the world, I think GS1 barcode is that barcode for you. It's that standard you should obtain to be able to be out there, to be everywhere you want to be. I mean, that's something really, 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 really sweet about them. All right. Thank you so much, Ma, for your time.
Thank you for
Content.
having me.
All right, Ma. Have a good day.